Rise and shine. Oh, wake up and get to the bag. God damn it. Lord woke us up. We might as well get to this bag. Now, when I tell you this is the best drama TV that you can watch live, Jerry Springer, Maury, they ain't got nothing on this. When I tell you Fanie and this man Nathan Wade are cooked, they're cooked. Put them in a crock pot, slow cook them for about 4 hours. They done. They're finished. This man Nathan Wade, he started off confident. By the end, he was sweating like he was a pig about to be ushered to the slaughterhouse. This man wants us to believe he was with Fanie Willis in 2023. The end of 2022 is when the case was put forth, and allegedly the affair or whatever happened in 2023. That's what they saying. Now, there was a woman that went up there who Fanie Willis picked up her lease and was living at the woman's place, and the woman moved out and bought a house, so she was living at the condo. She said they were friends. And she said in 2019, she seen them do stuff like kissing, hugging, showing affection. So from what she says in 2019, they were already fooling around, right? While Nathan was still married. Now, at this time, when they asked Nathan on the stand, oh, so how many times did you talk to Fanie Willis? Just an estimate. He said, yeah, maybe 2 times a week she would call me because I guess at the time maybe he was a judge or whatever. And he said, you know, there's not a lot of people that look like me that they're in the field, so she would get my advice. Oh, yeah, because you're a black man and you're a judge and you're a lawyer. And, you know, there's not a lot of lawyers, black lawyers in Fulton County. It's like, it must be like 4 or 5. You've got to be the 4th one, right? So she was calling you for advice, right? She couldn't call no one else. She was calling you for advice, work advice. Sure. She was calling to see if she could pull through and get that pipe. That's what she was calling for. Let's be honest. In 2019, they probably had an arrangement. They was hooking up. He was slinging it. She was catching it. They liked it. And then she hit him with the news. And this is my opinion at this point. She hit him with the news that she had an opportunity for him. Okay? And that opportunity was to be the lead special counsel on a RICO against the leading GOP candidate that must have been pitched to her. And she been using him as a front man this whole time. He gets the $600,000 salary or whatever the hell, even though he's not qualified. They go on 5 trips around the world in like 6 months. The most, I don't know who the hell at that kind of position can do so many trips in 6 months. Regular people do what, 2 trips a year? You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. He paid for everything with a business credit card. And then you reimbursed him in cash? Listen, man, I've been out. I'm 32 years old. I've been outside, man. I've been dating. I don't know what woman, especially what black woman, is paying you back on everything you pay her. You pay. So y'all go out to dinner, the bill $150, you put it on the card, she giving you $150 cash. At 50 years old? Who's doing that? Not with all of y'all women on the podcast talking about what you bring to the table and he gotta have $150,000 and all this and all that. Who's doing that? I have never been on a date where I paid for the date and the woman reimbursed me for the date. Or we went on a trip and she reimbursed me for the trip. It's either she put in up front, we was going halfies, or I paid for everything. Come on, man. They want us to believe some nonsense. And it gets crazier. So they asked Nathan, have you ever took her to a cabin? He said, I rent a lot of cabins. Has she ever stayed the night? Well, I don't know. Oh, do you have receipts? No, ma'am, I have no receipts. But I'm confused. You pay for everything on your business credit card, which means all your transactions are on there. And then you say the person who does your taxes or the business separates it with personal and business, and then you do your taxes that way. So your bank statements are the receipts. You do have receipts for these things. So why didn't you administer them? I'm confused. You have a paper trail, but she has no paper trail because she was giving you cash the whole time. What would have supported their story is if she was Cash App. If she was selling him money, then she could prove, look, I reimbursed him for everything he spent. We have no paper trail. She said, her father said, oh, you should always keep about, 8 to 10 bands on you, cash in the house, because you never know what's going to happen. So I'm confused. So you had a tax lien on your crib, and you was financially struggling in 2021, but now you saying you took $20,000 from the campaign funds and you kept it cash in your house, which you've been reimbursing Nathan Wade with? Huh? Now, out of all of this, what made it even worse is Fanie Willis. Fanie. She walks into the courthouse. She walks into the courthouse like she's motherfucking, who's the shorty off of Scandal? Olivia Pope. She walked in. They ain't even introduced. She walked in early. Came in wearing Wednesday's Valentine's dress. No bra. Defensive. Abrasive. Button back on the stand. She was basically yelling at this. There's a white woman who was they was taking turns, right? It was like this white woman, it was 2 or 3 elderly Caucasian men, and they were taking turns, questioning her, doing what they got to do. She gave this white woman so much venom, and she was asking her the questions that she knew was going to get asked. You knew they were going to ask you these questions. He never stayed at my house. It was a lie. It was a lie. He never lived with me. It was a lie. It was a lie. Oh, okay, cool. The other reporter, lawyer pulls up. He asks questions in a different way because they've caught them in so many little nuanced lies. When the relationship started, the divorce situation, that being sealed, that being settled out of court because he didn't want to testify in the divorce proceedings about their relationship. And now you go up there and they said, has Nathan Wade ever stayed at the condo? Has any of your children stayed at the condo? I don't know, maybe. You don't know if any of your kids stayed with you at the place where you were staying? You don't know if Nathan spent the night? Yeah, he was spending the night. He was spending the night and he was spending that night. Okay? Y'all was tricking off on Fulton County funds. The proof is in the pudding. We not stupid. We not dumb. This woman got up there and think all of America is dumb. They said, oh, yeah. So she says, oh, well, we had a conversation and the conversation didn't go well. So in my mind, the relationship was over. But you know how men is. It's not over until the physical stop. Ma'am, y'all had a disagreement because the truth is you paid Nathan Wade to be your appointment, your schlong appointment. You paid him to be your lover. And he probably had a woman on the side who he actually liked. You probably found out. And you probably checked him on it. And he probably was like, well, listen, I'm going to do what I want to do. It's not like I could be outside public with you. And then you know what happened after that argument? You, in your mind, you probably was like, oh, well, it's done. Or maybe you said it was done. But you kept giving them the goodies. This looks bad every which way you slice it, dice it, cut it. There's no way you present it. This doesn't look bad. It's crazy. Day 2 is today. I think they start at 10 a.m. Listen, I got a lot to do this morning, but I'm going to try to live stream this. We got to cover this. This is the best drama since Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, goddammit. Now, briefly, I just want to talk about this Madam Web movie. I have not seen it. I've heard and seen reviews on it. I do not plan on watching it. Why I would want to watch a Madam Web movie without Spider-Man, I do not know. They tried this with Venom. Venom 1 was decent. Venom 2 was ass. Sony, Marvel, I don't know what the hell y'all doing, but from what I heard, this shit is terrible. Like, terrible. People who actually was rooting for this movie went and seen it and said it was terrible. And I expected it to be terrible. If failure is cool and trendy, then keep doing this. But if you want to actually like make people want to go to movies, like take their kids or their woman or like go in a group, like make some shit people want to see. And if you're going to retell something, either it's a book or it's a comic book, keep it accurate. We don't want your spin on it because your shit is ass. And that's not the source material. Man, get to the bag, goddammit. Happy Friday.